Let's start with your reading, Cancer. Today, we're going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future. And then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. Wow. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the Tower. There is a situation that feels out of control, something that is happening or that has already happened, and you're watching it happening without being able to really do much about it. We'll see what this is, but keep always in mind that when you cannot control what's happening around you, you have to challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where your power is. And so make sure to use it. But let's see what this is about. Let's see what's going on in this situation. First of all, in the recent past, the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Swords. You have gone through a lot of sleepless nights, a situation that overall gave you more anxiety than anything else. Right here, I see you overthinking about this, and it's a thought burning into your mind constantly, or at least it used to be since this is the past position. Although you might have held onto it for a while, you have experienced some sort of breaking point eventually. We see here 9 plus 1, 10, the end of the cycle, at least emotionally. After which you told yourself, all right, I'm done. I cannot put myself through this over and over again. There was a very important perspective shift going on here, which is still impacting you today. So we'll see what this is about when we clarify. In the current energies, Knight of Cups and the Hermit, you're currently trying to find your way, Cancer, and it's not easy. It's not easy because certain connections become so strong in our life that might end up taking our identity away at times. And once we find ourselves without them, we need to rebuild ourselves completely. We need to find that excitement for what comes next at the same time. Right now, you're still caught in between two opposite forces. And we need to dig deeper into this to make sure that we can identify what's going on here. Because this time, you really need to do what's right for you and for your own future. Right here, I see you definitely thinking about two completely opposite things. We'll come back to this. Now, in your near future, we have the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles. Something here is starting to move into the right direction, Cancer. But I have to say, it's rather moving slow for now. We see it that it's in the right direction, but it's happening very slowly. The tricky thing is that sometimes if something doesn't happen right away, if someone doesn't immediately fall in love or show interest, we have the tendency to think that it's never going to happen, right? But what you have coming up is something that, yes, will start slow, but will keep steady. And before you know it, it will grow into something stable, beautiful, something that you can truly rely on. We'll see what this is. So let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. Death, Hierophant, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, I see what's going on here. It looks like for the longest time, you have been trying to let go of this connection, of this person, but at the same time, you were trying to make it work. You were mainly trying to find the strength to do what was right for you. But again, in the meantime, you weren't immediately able to emotionally let go of this. And here's the thing. At some point, you have definitely experienced an awakening. We see the fire here. We see the movement. Doesn't mean that you took action right away, but at least you started telling yourself the truth. If someone makes you more miserable than they make you happy, then why staying? Why would you let yourself be part of something like that, right? Even if you love them, there is never a good reason why to allow someone to treat us in a certain way. If something makes you struggle too much, it's time to let it go. You can always find another love, but you won't be able to find another self. You have to put yourself first, always, no matter what. And that is the perspective shift, which happened at some point inside of you. Understanding that sometimes you can love someone and not fight for them. Understanding that you can even miss someone and not wanting to go back to them. It's not as if we always have to let our emotions dictate our actions. And right here, this is what you decided to do. You decided to stop listening to how you feel before taking action. And potentially here, you did something that really ended whatever was happening right there. Or you stopped fighting, which is really much the same thing. But let's see what's going on in the present. Let's clarify the current energies. For once, justice and temperance. Deep down, Two of Cups. Deep down, you're still questioning at times if this is over. You might be wondering, when do you know that the connection is really over? Because, sometimes it's a back and forth, right? A push and pull. And we say things we don't mean. We mean things that we don't say. Maybe this is just temporary. It just needs some time, some patience right here with temperance. And let me tell you when a connection is really over. A connection is over when you feel more in love with the memories than you do with the person standing in front of you. When the memories make you happier than the person that is right there next to you. Don't live in the past. Don't limit your happiness to the memory of something. You deserve to be happy in the present. You deserve to have this spark, this happiness, this reason to celebrate every single day of your life, always. I believe that this person has often acted in a way that made it clear that they were not ready for this, right? So many things, big or small, does not matter. Or at least they were saying that with their actions, they were not ready to really fight for this and get out of their comfort zone. This time, do yourself a favor and believe them. Believe that they're not ready instead of always giving them the benefit of the doubt. In order to go somewhere, death, you always need to leave something behind. And if you will hold on to this, you will never be able to move on from it, Cancer. So let's see then what's coming up in the near future. Let's clarify the near future energy. King of Cups, Ace of Wands, okay. Ace of Cups and Page of Wands with the Three of Swords. As we were saying, the first step here is letting go. You need to, first and foremost, make room for what's next in your life. No excuses. Right here, we have new beginnings. We definitely have them. They're coming your way, but you might still be a little confused because, as we were saying, things are not evolving or resolving as quick as you'd like. But the most important thing to understand is that it's okay to not be okay. As long as you're not giving up or giving in to temptation with this Page of Wands, wanting to reach out impulsively, or maybe even answer a message if this person is contacting you at some point. Right here, you need to make sure that you're not going to give in to temptation. Just because you miss someone doesn't mean that you need them back in your life. In fact, missing is just part of moving on. Look ahead, because there is someone already around you who is going to remind you what love is really meant to be. But right now, you feel so far away from that type of outcome, but you need to keep in mind that you're headed towards it. Doesn't matter how fast or slow, you're still going towards it. Make time your friend, Cancer, and know that as long as you don't compromise yourself or settle, you are going to be happy again. Happy of a happiness that maybe you've never experienced with this person, not for a long period of time at least. Please know that you're going to be fine, Cancer. I know that whenever the Tower comes up as the main energy, there is a lot going on, and it's very easy to lose yourself into this. But again, please know that you're going to be fine. That's exactly what we see here. But let's keep going with this message to find out the details of what's coming your way soon in the near future. What should you be looking forward to? And how is your journey going to evolve once you finally let go of what's not good for you? And once you finally focus on your own happiness, instead of focusing on the connection, the person, once you start shifting that focus on you instead. Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, Cancer, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Cancer. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Knight of Wands. And look at this. The Page of Wands, that message, that impulse, that temptation that we were talking about is transforming into action, is transforming into something official, which is definitely going to happen. The Knight of Wands talks about an unexpected event, someone doing something, saying something which is unexpected to you at this point. But be careful, because to me, at least so far, this truly feels like a test. At first, you'll look at it, you'll think about it, you'll be like, oh, finally, that's exactly what I was expecting, actually better, what I was hoping for right now. And the truth, the issue, is that there is much more behind it that you might not be able to immediately see. You'll feel like you have a choice, Two of Swords, a choice to make, when the obvious choice instead is only one. What does this mean? We'll have to look into it. So let's see then what this Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups reverse. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is going to be about, because there is definitely something here that you should know before you make a decision, any sort of decision. As long as you make a conscious decision, Cancer, you'll be fine. But you need to know everything that is happening. So let's start by clarifying this Knight of Wands. What did I tell you? Look at this. That is definitely a warning right there. That 10 of Cups upright this time. But listen, here is the thing. We see that this is definitely going to be some sort of wish coming true. And it might still be, but before you get there, there's something you should know. First of all, we see this Devil energy, as we were saying. And this is someone who actually, at least